The views and opinions of this broadcast do not reflect the views and opinions of Armed Media, New Productions, and its affiliates. Enjoy the show.
What's going on, everybody? It is Monday night right here on Armed Radio, and that means you are listening to Two Beards Talking. I am Daniel Sanders.
And I am Matt Lassiter.
You kind of hesitated there for a second. Are you getting more into this introduction thing?
I kind of want to squeak now. Cool.
Do you feel better? Did you get it out of your system?
Yes.
Oh,
I like
God.
squeaky chair.
You like squeak? Well, that's why it's your chair.
Yeah, it worked for me.
You're going to be disappointed when I take a fucking thing of white lithium grease to that.
Yeah, it's probably going to hurt my feelings a lot. I'll find other ways to make noise.
Oh, man. So like we always do at the start of every show here, we want to give a big shout-out to the troops, to the men and women serving overseas and on the home front. We appreciate everything y'all are doing for us. Keep up the good work and come home safe. We're all rooting for you here back home. I don't even give a shit about shit. I don't give a shit.
Not a single shick is given.
Not one. I don't give a shit about the pandemic anymore. I know I just mentioned it, but I'm not mentioning it.
I now personally know someone that has the Kung Flu.
Really?
Yes, it is now official. He has the Kung Flu. For right now, it's just the power sniffles. It has not yet transcended to the death march.
Well, then, in that case, we wish your friend there a speedy recovery.
We shall see what happens.
Absolutely. You know, I too know somebody now that I think about it. I too know somebody who has the Kung Flu.
We call it the old Kung Pao pandemic.
That's right. Did you see? I don't know how. I don't know how much truth there is to this, but because I didn't have time to research it, but apparently China has now issued level 3 warning for bubonic plague.
Fuck yeah. As if this year just couldn't get any fucking dumber. Let's fucking bubonic plague now. Fuck it.
Yeah, first it was the Rona. Then a new strain of H1N1. Fuck it. We just jumped from one end of the spectrum to the other. Fucking Black Death.
You know what? Fuck it. New rule. China's not allowed to fuck with shit. Every time China fucks with something, people in America die. So, they're not, someone go slap their goddamn hands and be like, no, fucking grab them by the back of their neck and rub their goddamn nose in it. No. Fucking no. Bad boy. Because this shit's getting stupid, man. If I get the Black Death, I'm going to China and I'm just fucking shit up.
I mean, Dr. Evil is sitting in his lair right now. This has been Dr. Evil's thing all year long. Send in the pandemic.
Yeah.
Pandemic didn't work. Send in the murder hornets.
They were taken out by the rape butterflies.
Rape butterflies got the murder hornets. Dr. Evil's now sitting there going, well, what the fuck? What's an evil doctor gotta fucking do? Send in the protesters.
Yeah, that didn't work either.
God, these people aren't scared of the protests. Restart the pandemic.
Now, my question is, have you ever noticed how similar President Trump and Dr. Evil sound?
They do.
It's very eerie.
They do. Over here you have Dr. Evil, and he went to Evil Medical School, so you better be sure to call him Doctor, because he didn't go to 6 years of Evil Medical School to be called Mister. And then over here, you've got President Trump, okay, and everything is the greatest, and it's the greatest in the world, and it's not just him saying it, it's everybody, okay? They really do something. You know what? I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Mike Myers is playing Donald Trump.
Oh, for sure. It's like one of those Scooby-Doo mysteries, and you just run up and grab his hair and rip it.
Let's see who you really are.
You fucking just rip the mask off, and it's Mike Myers.
And the mask comes off, and you hear, yeah, baby.
He's like, and I would have gotten away with it, too, if it wasn't for your groovy detective work. Fucking Austin Powers is Mike Myers as Donald J. Trump.
Oh no, I've gone cross-eyed.
Oh no, I've gone cross-eyed. That totally used to be on the soundboard.
Oh God, I would not be surprised in the least bit.
I mean, now let's think about this logically. This is not a conspiracy theory. Raise your hand if you've seen Mike Myers since 2016.
Yes, I have.
Oh, really?
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
But he had a very small role in that movie, so I mean, you know.
He could balance it out with presidential duties.
Yes, he could.
So, you know.
Yeah, I mean, we're not saying, but
kinda
we're saying.
saying.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Yeah. Now, you just got back from Texas. You took
Yes.
you took a little vacation for the holiday, for the Independence Day weekend, and we hope everybody had a great Independence Day weekend.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Colin Kaepernick, you flip-flopping son of a bitch. You don't get to fucking say, Happy 4th of July, everybody, and then just a couple of years later call it a fucking white supremacy holiday. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah. But yeah, I just got back from the old Tejas.
Old Tejas. Tell us about it. How was old Tejas?
Well, the drive's still long as shit.
Yes, it is.
Traffic still sucks like shit.
Are the roadways still shitty in Louisiana?
No, well, I mean, not really. They had some shit blocked off in Shreveport, but it wasn't that bad.
See, I remember when I drove to Madisonville for a sale, I came across Louisiana, and shit, I can't remember the fucking interstate that goes from Birmingham across towards Dallas and
I-20.
I-20. Yes, that section of I-20 in Louisiana, from the state line on it. God, it was just fucking pothole after pothole.
No, they've got the road fixed. I was running fucking NASCAR speeds through Shreveport. I was not fucking around with Louisiana. I did not want to be there any longer than I had to be. I'm an Auburn fan, and fuck you, LSU. I did not want to be in fucking LSU territory.
You know, I was when I was stationed in South Carolina, I'd gone up to Charleston, and I was playing in a pool tournament up there, and it was the night. It was a Saturday night. Auburn and Clemson were playing.
Ooh.
And I mean, most of them were, you know, they were cool about the fact that I had my Auburn shirt on, repping my team, even though I was deep behind enemy lines because I was literally the only person in there wearing an Auburn jersey. Everybody else was wearing orange and white.
Yeah.
And this was the game where, at the end of the game, Clemson kicked a field goal that would have given them the game. They were down by 2 points. Clemson kicked the field goal, made it, but there was a penalty against Clemson.
Yeah.
Pushed them back 5 yards. So, I mean, it was a chip shot to begin with.
Yeah.
Pushed them back 5 yards. Still a chip shot at the college level. I mean, I think it pushed them from like 32 to 37 yards.
Yeah.
And he kicked it again and missed it wide right.
Get better kickers.
So it was at that point that I immediately went out to my car and took my jersey off that I was wearing and put on the shirt that I had in my car.
Yeah, that's the smartest thing to do.
I did not want to receive any of the wrath from that because I saw that happen. I saw the penalty and I said, oh shit, they're going to re-kick it and he's going to fucking choke.
And he did.
And he choked hard. We're just all...
That was loud in my earballs. Yeah, so I got through Louisiana as quick as possible. I just don't like Louisiana.
You know, say what you want, but no, that wasn't an invitation to actually say what you want.
But I did.
Yeah, say what you want, but you know, I truly believe college football fans are way more diehard than NFL.
Oh, no, it's true. Like, case in point, if they say there will be no NFL football this year, most people are like, oh, darn it, damn the luck. No NFL football. If you say there's no college football, there will be riots in the street.
Well, I mean, I get the feeling, the NFL is going to have to deal with very, very small numbers this year anyways if they continue on with their plan of playing the black. I didn't even know there was a black national anthem.
Yeah, well, I guess that's a thing.
It's a thing now, and starting on week 1, the NFL has announced that before every game, they will play the black national anthem before the national anthem.
So we now have an opening act for the national anthem.
Yes.
Interesting.
And when I read this, I said, what the fuck is the black national anthem?
Yeah, I want to know the words to that.
Well, I looked it up, and I'm going to have to look it up again because I've already forgot because I work in a bar and I get to drink when I'm at work.
I just drank a lot this weekend. So, 4th of July weekend, I stayed fucking hammered.
Let's see here. It's called Lift Every Voice and Sing.
Okay.
And it was a poem originally written sometime in the 1800s by, I think it was James Weldon Johnson who wrote the poem, and then his brother put it to music.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that is the black national anthem that they're talking about playing before every national anthem at the football game.
Doing a little research here. Checking some stuff out.
What are we researching?
I'm seeing if James Weldon Johnson had any overlap with Ida B. Wells.
That's an interesting question.
Because a lot of people don't know who Ida B. Wells was. Well, she was born in 1862, that is. They could have some overlap.
I do believe they did.
But for those of you that don't know who Ida B. Wells was, she was a very outspoken journalist, black journalist, who was very Republican and just railed on the Democrats. So that's a thing that happened in the 1800s and not early 1900s.
Yeah. So, yeah, I get the feeling that the NFL is going to lose a lot of numbers this year.
Which, I mean, I think it's kind of stupid.
It is. I mean, they're pandering.
Well, not just that. Like, for people to be like, well, I'm not going to watch this sport because they're playing a song I don't like. Shut the fuck up.
Well, no, here's you've got the NFL doing the Black National Anthem. First and foremost, I don't care that they're playing it. I really don't. What I care about is the fact that they're putting it before the actual national anthem.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the closer always goes on last. Like I said, it's the opening act.
No, well.
I mean, you don't have fucking Trivium playing before Metallica. Sorry.
Well, really all depends on the venue, but and who the headliner is.
That's what I'm saying. Like, normally you don't have, normally speaking, you wouldn't have a smaller band playing before the bigger band. You'd have the smaller band playing.
You got that backwards.
Whatever.
The smaller band does play before the bigger band.
You wouldn't have Metallica opening for me. You would have me opening for Metallica.
Well, again, it all depends on the venue and who's the headliner.
True. But
I mean, I've seen several times where Disturbed was the headliner, and you had bands like Metallica, Marilyn Manson, all this other shit coming on before them.
Yeah.
But be that as it may, nothing. This is the United States of America, plain and simple. And nothing should trump the national anthem. Nothing should take precedence before the national anthem. It's just like, nothing, there is no flag in the United States of America that you fly even at the same level as the Star Spangled Banner.
Yeah.
The U.S. flag. Nothing flies. The U.S. flag flies higher than any other flag.
Oh, by the way, James Weldon Johnson, Republican.
Ooh. Slap in the face.
Just thought I would do a little research.
Slap in the face.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't get all hung up with the whole. They're playing a song I don't like, so I'm not going to watch them. Just like with the whole Colin Kaepernick and the Nike thing and Nike picking him up. I'm wearing a pair of fucking Nikes right now. I don't give a shit.
You had to look at your shoes to make sure.
No, I knew I was wearing Nikes. But I don't give a shit. If I like the shoe, I'm going to wear the shoe. I don't give a fuck. Like, unless they're...
I mean... You know, and I'm sort of the same way. I've still got a Nike 3-wood in my bag. I've still got a set of Nike irons somewhere around my house.
Like,
I've got Nike golf shoes. I've got, as a matter of fact, a lot of my golf apparel is still Nike. My Tiger Woods hat, my Tiger Woods shirt, that's all Nike.
Yeah, I literally, like, if I like your product, I'm going to buy your product. I don't care. Like, fuck it. Like, the only way I would not buy Nike is if the CEO of Nike came out and said, Allahu Akbar, death to America, and then murdered a baby. Then I'd be like, probably shouldn't buy their shit anymore.
That's the drawing the line right there.
Yeah, you know, you start murdering babies and death to America, then I'm like, can't support your shit anymore.
Right.
You kind of want me to die, and I don't want to. But anything short of that, and I'm just like, fuck it, man, their shoes are comfortable. Yeah.
So what you're saying is if the CEO of Nike was to come out and throw his hand up in the air and yell Heil Hitler, you would still buy Nike?
Probably. I don't know. Like, it hasn't happened yet. Come get me when that happens, and I'll let you know if I'm still wearing Nikes or not. Yeah. Well, that's a line. I painted an imaginary scenario, and...
Or if he was to step out in support of communism and say, "Dos vidanya, comrades."
No, I don't give a shit, because you're supporting communism through capitalism, which is fucking hilarious. We're going to use capitalism to create communism. That just
I don't think that works.
That's not how that works. It means you're using capitalism to create more fucking capitalism there, you fucking dumbass.
But, no, I mean, it's fucking... I don't know. I mean, you've got the NFL doing the Black National Anthem. NBA is talking about painting Black Lives Matter on their fucking stadium courts and all this other shit. Why the fuck are you pandering?
Because cancel culture.
Fuck cancel culture. We should cancel culture.
That's actually starting. That's already starting. You don't have to worry about it much longer, I promise you. You see the chick from Harvard that said that she would stab the next person that says all lives matter, and then show them her paper cut and be like, my cut matters too.
Yeah, I saw that bitch, and fucking within a day of posting that video, the job that she worked so hard for, I worked so hard for this job, they fucking fired her ass.
Yeah, see, so cancel culture is circling back around and fucking up the same people that were using it as a weapon.
Oh,
Alyssa Milano. When she
yeah.
did the Snooki thing, they're calling that blackface.
Yeah.
And they're fucking trashing her ass over, and she's like, listen, assholes. And I'm like, nah, bitch.
Yeah, you know, what's good for the goose is good for the gander.
You can't really call that shit out when you said, hey, this is wrong, and then it kind of looks wrong, and you did it, so sorry about your luck. You created the monster. You bought the ticket. Ride the fucking rod.
I mean, I kind of want to use the expression pot calling the kettle black.
That's racist.
Yeah, that's I mean, there was a little bit of pun intended in there, but at the same time, there wasn't.
But, yeah, so with that being said, cancel culture is now eating itself.
Yeah. You know, the vlogger from YouTube that we talked about the other day.
Jenna Marbles?
Yeah, Jenna Marbles. You know, same thing happened to her.
Yeah. So, yeah, I knew it was one of those things, like, as soon as cancel culture started, and people were like, well, if we get enough people pissed off, we can use this and weaponize it and point it at the right. And I'm like, yeah, you can.
But the right can do the same thing back at you.
It's not even the right doing it. It's them.
I know, they're doing it to themselves, and I love it.
Like, the only people on the right to ever even attempt to engage in cancel culture was, like, Ann Coulter with the whole Yale thing.
Yeah.
Other than that, the fucking conservatives are sitting back going, look.
It is. I mean, we're literally just sitting back like, hey, bring out the popcorn. It's happening.
Like,
The movie is starting. Bring the popcorn.
It's hurting itself in its own confusion. So I'm just sitting back and like, this is fucking great. Like, you created cancel culture, and now it's coming after you, and now you don't like it. Stop policing speech. That's
Pretty much, yeah.
Stop. Look,
How's this? Stop thinking that being offended fucking matters.
like, I mean, here's the thing. If I say something that hurts your feelings, okay. If you say something that hurts my feelings, okay.
Yeah.
That's not. Now, if I come out and say, someone go kill that guy, now that's a problem.
Yeah, or if I come out and say, I'm going to stab the next person that says this, and then I'm going to say, oh, but my paper cut matters.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
See, those are problems. And actually, it's really not, because I thought it was funny shit. I was like, oh, that's funny. She thinks she could get close enough to somebody to stab them.
Yeah.
If I saw that crazy woman coming near me, I'd be like, wide fucking berth, giving her all the room she needs.
Yep.
Psycho
And here's the
motherfucker.
thing. You know, she has... Okay, so she publishes a video saying that she's going to stab anybody that says all lives matter. I say it all the fucking time, because they do. I don't buy into Black Lives Matter, Blue Lives Matter. I don't single out one individual person or group. All fucking lives matter. Get the fuck over it.
You know what's funny? 2 polls have came out.
Only 2?
Yeah, well, 2 that I'm referencing. And in those 2 polls, they asked the average American, didn't matter the race, they were asking black people, white people, Hispanics, Asians, they were asking everybody across the board. Does all lives matter carry a positive message? Over 50% of the country said yes. And they were like, okay, does Black Lives Matter carry a positive message? Over 50% of the country said yes. So the people that are saying that all lives matter is racist are in the minority. Even 52% of black Americans said that they were okay with people saying all lives matter. 52%. Okay, so why is it, it's racist because a minority of guilty white people think it's a bad thing to say.
Yeah, and that is the real problem right here. It's not black people with their Black Lives Matter. It's a few of them. It's the ones that are using it as a means to demand reparations and all this other shit.
It's not even the reparations. There are a few admitted cultural Marxists at the top of the BLM movement that happen to be black. But your average Black Lives Matter supporter doesn't give a shit if you say all lives matter because they agree with you. They agree that all lives matter. They're just saying that, hey, yeah, while all lives matter, my life matters too.
Absolutely.
And to that I say, yes, sir, it does. Yes, ma'am, it does. It does matter.
Absolutely. But it's like you said, the guilty white people.
Yeah.
That I'll tell you who the biggest, I think, the biggest culprits are. It's white women with black kids.
No.
That's and I'm not saying it's all across the country. I'm saying personally from what I've seen.
The biggest culprit, and it shows in this poll, because they ask if later in the poll, it was another question. It says, "Is all lives matter racist?" Majority of black people, Hispanic people, white people, Chinese people said no, it's not. Do you want to know the demographic that said that all lives matter was racist? The postgraduate degree holders making over $100,000 a year,
right,
is the group of people that think all lives matter is racist.
Like and okay, so like I said, personally, from what I've seen, just in this area, and I'm not saying it's every white woman with black kids or every white man with black kids, all across the country, but just from what I've seen in the area that you and I live in. Personally, the people who take the biggest issue with saying all lives matter are white parents with black kids. And they use that they say, "Oh, well, by saying that, you're saying my child's life doesn't matter." No, nobody's fucking saying that.
That's factually incorrect. All includes your children.
Well, you're taking the Black Lives Matter movement and you're twisting it to say that all lives matter, and you're saying that my child's life doesn't matter because my child is black. You're saying black lives aren't as important as all lives. The fuck?
Oh, Lord, I've gone cross-eyed.
Exactly. How in the fuck can you say all lives matter is not inclusive?
It's pretty fucking inclusive, I would say. Now, see, I don't go out spouting the whole all lives matter thing because I don't really give a fuck, you know?
I'm not one of these people that's going to go out looking for a protest for Black Lives Matter and stand across the street from them holding a sign that says all lives matter.
Like, if I'm on the internet perusing around and I see someone post something that says Black Lives Matter, I'm going to go, yep, they sure do.
Yeah. I'm not going to comment on it.
And if I see someone post a banner that says all lives matter, I'm going to go, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, they sure do.
Because you and I, we're grown-ups, and we can look at something and say, I agree with that, and move on. Or we can look at something and say, I don't agree with that, and we move on.
It depends. If it's something that is...
Now, if it's something stupid...
No, not even stupid. I will... You know, if you want to be stupid, it's not my job to educate you. There's resources out there. You can educate yourself. I'm not going to do it for you. But if you say something that is factually incorrect, I'm going to correct you.
And that's like with the Bubba Wallace thing with the noose.
Yeah.
I've seen the picture of what was hanging in the garage. By definition,
it is a noose.
It is a noose. But one of our local news stations shared an article about it, and there were several people commenting that it wasn't a noose.
Yes, it was.
Yes, by definition, it was a noose.
It was not a hangman's noose, but it was a noose all the same.
Yes, a noose can be used, first and foremost, the noose, by definition, is the loop that is made with a slip knot.
Yes.
That is, by definition, a noose.
So any knot you tie that has a loop and a slip knot is a noose.
Yes. And it can be used as a snare for an animal trap.
Yes.
It can be used. I tie a fucking noose when I'm tying my damn hook onto my line.
Yeah.
You tie a noose when you're tying a rope to the fucking hitch on your trailer because you're trying to fucking tow something.
I used to do it every night at Maples when I was a robot attendant because I would have to thread the yarn into the sewing machine. I would get a piece of, like, string. I would tie a noose on one end, tighten it up there, and feed it through. And the reason I did that is because I can pull it free.
Yes.
I didn't have to cut anything. I could just pull it free. So, yeah, So people out there saying that it wasn't a noose, no, you're wrong. It was a noose.
It was, by definition, a noose. It was not a hangman's noose.
No. And if it was an attempt at a hangman's noose, it was a piss-poor attempt at a hangman's noose.
Well, I mean, it depends based on which source you read. I've read some sources that say a hangman's noose has 6 coils.
At least.
At least. Most sources that I've read says a hangman's noose has 13 coils because 13 is associated with bad luck.
The number 13, I believe, also has racial undertones as well. I'd have to do some more research on that, but I'm pretty sure.
Every source that I've read that includes the number 13 associates it with bad luck.
Well, yeah, of course, but...
Because it's bad luck that you're about to fucking die.
Oh, man, hold on. I'm trying to figure out the whole... Because I've heard it has racial undertones. But, or maybe it was... I want to say they used that number in, like, white supremacist groups.
I honestly have never heard that.
Well, I know they use 88.
I have heard that, yes.
But there's another number they use. I can't remember if it's 13 or 14. It's like the 14 principles or 13 principles or something like that. But there is another number associated with white supremacy, and I can't remember if it's 13 or 14. It may be a completely different number.
Shit, for all we know, it might be 34.
No, it's definitely in the teens.
Well, while he's looking that up, I'm going to take this quick moment to deliver a PSA out there. If you're in a bar and you get drunk and you think it's a good idea to spit in somebody's face, it's not a good idea to spit in somebody's face. Plain and simple.
Okay, it is 14.
Okay.
It's not 13. But damn it, I was only one off.
Yeah. Let me tell you why that's not a good idea. That's a thing that happened to me last Thursday night. I'm a DJ at a bar, and we did not have security that evening. So I was doubling up as security at closing time, trying to get everybody out of the bar. And I'm holding the door open, letting people out. This guy walks out of the bar, turns around, gets in my face, which is already a bad idea with everything going on right now. And when I say got in my face, I mean his nose was touching my cheek. He was making physical contact with me. So I told him, back the fuck up. And then all of a sudden he became aggressive and combative, and then he spat in my face.
Dick.
Yeah, he is a dick. But here's the thing about it. With everything that is going on right now with the COVID shit, that's according to the officer that responded, that's a no-no. That's assault. And could even be considered felonious assault.
Yeah. Yeah, if you want to push it.
Yeah. I mean, hell, even you said when I was telling you about it, it could even technically be considered bioterrorism.
They've tried to get people for that. People that would go in the stores when the COVID outbreak first happened, and they were fake sneezing and coughing on people. They were like, hey, you can't do that. That's a bioweapon. It can be considered a bioweapon.
Yeah.
Because it's a highly infectious disease.
And you're using it to attack people.
But not as deadly as they said it was.
So, yeah, let that be your PSA out there. Just don't do it. Be the bigger person. Just fucking walk away. If you got beef with somebody in a fucking bar, don't do anything in the fucking bar.
Or, how about this? If you have beef with somebody, don't spit on them. Fucking throw hands like a man.
Yeah?
Like, come on. You punch me in the face. I will respect you more if you punch me in the face than I will if you spit on me.
Yeah, even if you're a fucking bitch that does a club punch. Like, I think it was in Atlanta where the fucking guy fucking just walked up and club punched this kid in the fucking face. Literal kid. He was like 12 years old.
Yeah, I will respect you more if you hit me than if you spit on me. If you spit on me, we're going to have problems. We're going to have bigger problems than if you were to just hit me.
Absolutely. So that's your PSA.
Yeah. So speaking of like dumb shit that's happening, how about the couple that got arrested?
Oh God, that shit. Yeah. It was in Michigan.
Way to go, Whitmer.
Yeah,
Get your fucking state under control.
Yeah, if you haven't heard about this shit yet, a white couple was going to a Chipotle, and a black mother and her teenage daughter, I guess they were leaving the Chipotle, and the white woman accidentally bumped into the teenage daughter.
Roles were reversed. The black people were coming in as the white people were leaving.
Okay. Either way. So, the white couple, they go to get in their vehicle, and the black mother becomes combative. And when I say combative, I mean she's yelling at these people, even goes so far as to tell the woman's husband to shut his ass up or she would beat his white ass.
Yeah, see, that's the problem with videos like this is because most of the time you only get half the video, and you get the part where, the woman's got the gun drawn, and, the black family are like, oh, what's going on? Oh, you know what's going on. You just didn't see the other 30 seconds of the video.
Yes.
They have posted, Reddit. Do you go on Reddit?
It's, occasionally.
One of the most lefty places you can go right now is Reddit. Even on Reddit, the full video got posted. Like, you can go to, r/all, and it's, at the top. And the full video gets posted, and even some of the leftist people on Reddit were like, ooh, oh, hey, it was not her, because in the video, you see her trying to de-escalate the situation, I can't remember what all she said, but she was trying to de-escalate the situation.
Right.
And just trying to leave. And then it got escalated more, and she said, "You know what? I'm done with this."
Yeah, so, the white couple, they go to get in their vehicle to leave. The black woman, she's still being aggressive and combative. When they go to back out of their parking spot, the black woman goes behind their vehicle, and then I believe she tried claiming that they were trying to run her over.
Yes.
And she punched the vehicle.
She did.
And it was at that point that the white woman, both her and her husband have concealed carry permits, and the white woman gets out of the vehicle, draws her weapon, tells her husband to call the police, and now the couple has been arrested for felonious assault.
The husband got fired.
The husband was fired from his job. He was a Veterans Services Assistant at Oakland College in Michigan.
Yep. So he was fired. But what I want to highlight is, man, did you see the center axis relock on that woman? Like, everybody's like, she's pointing the weapon at her. I'm like, no, she's not. That is center axis relock. That gun is pointed down and away. It can be turned on a moment's notice.
Right.
But it was pointed down and away. The reason it looks like it's pointed directly at the woman is because of the angle at which she's filming from. She's filming with the camera down into, like, her left or right. But the woman that pulled the gun, she was in a classic car stance. Like, she had the gun into her and pointed away from the person. Like, she did not point it in her face.
Yeah, this was not Carol Baskins up in fucking St. Louis fucking doing the Cobra with her gun. Fucking
No, this is a woman that has apparently been to the range many times and knows what she's doing and knows how to handle a weapon.
Yes.
Because, I mean, she indexed the shit out of that gun. I was like, damn. Like, this girl knows what she's doing. Like, she's indexed properly. She's got a good hold on the gun. You're going to have a bad time.
Yeah.
Like, keep escalating, and you're going to find out what center axis relock can do.
Yeah. So, but like I said, she and her husband have both been charged with felonious assault. They had to surrender their firearms, surrender their concealed carry permits. And I think the article that I read said this charge carries up to 4 years in prison.
Which is ridiculous.
Yeah. When they did nothing wrong.
It's not even about the right or wrong of it at this point. It's look at everything that's going on in this country right now between white people and black people.
Again, they are pandering.
So you look at everything that's going on in the country right now. Yeah, tensions are high. They are really high.
Oh, absolutely.
And so you've got this white woman who I've heard reports that her children were in that car. I've heard that her children were in the car. That she might have been pregnant as well. I don't know if any of that's true or not, but I know if my kids are in the car and you start beating on my car, you're going to get real familiar with the business end of my Glock 17. So, sorry about your luck. Don't hit other people's shit. If I've said my apologies, or whether I didn't apologize at all, and I'm just trying to leave, let me leave. Because if not, you're going to have a bad time.
Yeah.
Because what if that woman did not have the wherewithal to have proper trigger discipline there? Maybe there's a negligent discharge. Maybe that woman got shot. Maybe her daughter gets shot. And now we've got a whole different case.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I mean, you're seeing it. It's more and more prevalent. You know, I saw a video on Facebook, and this is an old video, but it made me think, this shit has been going on for years. And it was the video over the cold chicken incident in Georgia.
Yeah.
Where a restaurant owner and her daughter were assaulted by, the restaurant owner and her daughter were white. The customers that assaulted them were black. It was a black couple. And the black woman walks up. She begins assaulting the restaurant owner. And I think the girl was 14 or 16. She was sitting in the vehicle on the curb, saw the assault occur, got out of the vehicle, and began yelling at this couple. And then this black guy, who is every bit of fucking 300 pounds, big old guy, just fucking lays one into her and just knocked her the fuck out.
Yeah.
And I think that happened back in 2017 or something like that. But, if you look back, this shit is becoming more and more prevalent.
Yeah. and it's becoming more and more prevalent because of the media.
Yes.
It's the media's fault. We have nobody to blame but them. You can't blame your average black person that just wants the same safety afforded to everybody else. You can't blame that person. But you can blame the media for going, well, see, now in this instance, this person was okay for doing that. Well, why were they okay for doing that? What made that okay?
Why is especially over something like fucking cold food, why is physical assault okay?
Yeah, it's not that. It's a natural progression. You know, it started there, and now it's, oh, you bumped into me. Now we got to fight. Why do you have to fight? Why do you need an apology? I've been bumped into many times. I don't think nothing about it. I just keep moving. I don't attribute it to, I've been assaulted. I'm like, oh, somebody bumped into me. Big deal.
And, here's, like I said, there's been nights at the bar where I've been doubling up as security. Tuesday night, had a couple of fights break out at the bar. And we were trying to shut everything down, get everybody out. And there was one girl, she was pretty plastered. Her friend was trying to get her in the vehicle. And another girl who was parked on the other side of the parking lot, at least 50, 60 yards away, made it a point to cross the parking lot and try to start shit with this girl whose friend was trying to help her in the vehicle. At that point, I don't give a shit what the fuck drunk girl said to you inside the bar. I don't give a shit what she said to you fucking as she was walking out of the door. If you are at your vehicle and you make it a point to cross the parking lot and try to fucking start shit, you are now the aggressor. Yeah.
I mean, but the media's not helping. They're out there telling you that, it's okay to do these things. If you feel like you've been offended, they're defending you. They're propping you up. And no, it's not okay to escalate to physical violence just because someone hurt your feelings or because someone bumped into you. Yeah, ask them for an apology. If they don't give you an apology, be like, okay, we'll chalk it up to they're probably a fucking asshole.
Yes.
Leave it alone. Now, if someone comes up and punches you in the face, by all means, return fire.
Absolutely.
Fucking sock them right back. But there's no...
Just thank you for clarifying that. Return fire does not mean if they fucking punch you in the face, pull out a gun and start blasting.
That depends on what they hit you with.
Okay, if somebody walks up and punches you in the face...
With brass knucks.
Oh, now, with brass knucks, yeah, that's a different story.
I'm returning fire. But when I say returning fire in this regards, I mean, if someone walks up and punches you in the face, hit them back.
Yes.
They earned that shit. They brought that on themselves. But if someone shoulder bumps you, big fucking deal. Like, we're not cavemen anymore. Like, use your higher brain.
Ooh. Need big stick.
Yeah.
Other caveman bump me.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, there's no point in escalating violence when there doesn't need to be violence at all. See, what this country needs right now is a group of people to sit down of all different political backgrounds and ethnicities and just talk this shit the fuck out and get it done with. Because I'm tired of the riots, and it's fucking annoying. I'm tired of the fucking escalation of tensions between white people and black people when it's the media's fucking fault. I don't have a problem with any black people. I don't have a problem with any Hispanic people. I don't have... Okay, well, there's a lot of white people I don't like, if I'm just being honest. But that's for different reasons.
I mean, there's a lot of people of all fucking skin colors that I don't like. There's a lot of people of all skin colors that I fucking love and adore. Don Lemon is not one of them.
No, he's not. I mean, I'll defend him as far as I have to.
Yeah, I mean, if he's saying something like you said earlier that is factually correct, then by all means, let him say it.
Well, no, if I'm out at a bar, let's just say for some reason me and Don Lemon are at the same bar, and someone comes up and says something very racial or very homophobic to him, I will defend him.
Absolutely.
Even though I don't like the man.
But if somebody walks up to Don Lemon in the bar and says, I don't agree with what you said on this show,
right.
And Don Lemon tries to start shit, I'm going to sit back and watch.
Yeah.
Because Don Lemon, you're about to get your ass beat.
That's his problem at that point. But, there's no reason to escalate everything to violence. It doesn't have to be violence. And this is coming from someone that, I mean, I've been trained in the art of violence. I did martial arts for years. You'll find the people that know how to fight don't want to fight.
One of the best ways I've heard it put was, I don't remember the full wording of it, but it was an old Chinese or Japanese proverb, and a student asking his instructor, you teach us, and I'm basically paraphrasing this, you teach us all of this stuff about fighting and combat and everything, but then you tell us basically not to use it. You teach us all of these moves that'll kill people and everything, but then you tell us not to use it. How do you justify that? And the master's response to it was, it is better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war.
Exactly. Most of the people that know how to fight don't want to fight.
No, absolutely not.
Show me the videos of Joe Rogan getting into fights. You won't find them. And that man could beat you to death. He is a very skilled martial artist. Same with Kevin James.
Yeah.
Very skilled martial artist. You will never find videos of them just beating people senseless. If Joe Rogan hits you, you probably deserve that.
Yeah. I'm the same way. I was trained with the military, the Marine Corps martial arts program, which, it's a whole combination. It's basically like MMA.
Yeah, it's mixed martial arts.
And I fucking hated it. I absolutely fucking hated it. Not that I didn't want to learn it.
Wait, don't they call it McMap?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought it was.
It was because I was in a combat MOS, Marine Corps order, when I came in was changed, and it became a requirement that all combat MOSs had to be at least a green belt. There's 5 belts for the McMap program. Green belt is in the middle. You have tan, gray, green, brown, and black.
Yeah.
So I did what I was ordered to do, and I got my green belt, but then I stopped there. I did not pursue it any further because my focus for my training was more on my marksmanship.
Yeah.
My thought process was, I should never be in a situation where I have to go hand to hand with a fucking Haji.
No, you should be at least 100 meters away.
Yeah.
Unless you're clearing structures.
Yeah, if I'm clearing structures, that's one thing. But if it's fucking, we're in a firefight and we're in the desert or we're in a village or whatever. If it gets to the point that he's close enough to put hands on me, I didn't do my job right. He should have been dead 500 yards ago.
Yeah, mine was completely different. I sought out training in martial arts because growing up, I loved watching fucking Bruce Lee movies and martial arts movies. I love that shit. And I was like, well, why watch it when I can learn it?
You can call it the art of fighting without fighting.
So, I actually went to my mom and was like, hey, I want to take Taekwondo. So I started taking Taekwondo, and that turned into, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
I thought you started taking Krav Maga at one point.
A little bit. Enough. I know enough Krav Maga to be very dangerous with it. But,
not just to others, but also to yourself.
Yes, especially to myself. Well, a lot of Krav Maga is principles of realizing you're going to get hurt.
Right.
That's what they're teaching you. They're like, hey, if a guy attacks you with a knife, you're going to get cut. But this is how you defend that. Just realize it's going to suck.
And then you end up attacking your own self with a knife.
And you know what? I got cut, and it sucked, but I could have fought through that. If that had been someone else cutting my hand, I'd have been like, okay, well, now we're really going to fight, and that knife's about to be mine. Because joint locks are a motherfucker.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, that's a lot of what Krav Maga is. It's learning that, that stick he's got, he's probably going to hit you with it. It's going to hurt. That knife he's got, he's probably going to cut you with it, and it's going to suck. We're going to teach you where to get cut and how to fight after you get cut.
See, one thing I really want to look into, I've seen some guys talking about it. It's a tactical self-defense whip.
Oh.
Yeah. And it's about total length, handle and whip is probably about 8 to 10 inches long.
Yeah.
The whip itself is probably about 6 inches long. But it's not a whip in the traditional sense.
Yeah.
It's basically a flimsy baton.
Yeah, I've seen those.
And the striking portion of it is a plastic-wrapped steel cable.
Yeah, those things are going to mess you up.
I would like to get my hands on one of those.
No, dude, you can get them on the internet.
I know you can.
Fucking Amazon probably got them right now.
They probably do. But yeah, I would like to get my hands on one of those. I want to see, not on a human, obviously.
No.
You know, maybe find like a pig carcass or something at the butcher shop that we can.
Ballistics gel.
Nah, ballistics gel is for bullets.
It can be for anything you need it to be for.
No, I would like to find like a pig carcass or something at the butcher shop that we can whip this thing up and see what it does.
And canceled by PETA.
We didn't kill the pig; it was already dead.
No, now we're beating it. We didn't kill it, but we're beating its corpse. We're beating its lifeless body. That has got to be some kind of animal rights violation. I don't know. Like, I'm pretty sure animal rights extend to the graves at this point. So it's not like we're beating a live pig, but I don't think they might. I don't think they're gonna, I don't think they're gonna care.
It's PETA. Fuck them.
People eating tasty animals all day long.
That's right. Funny story about that. I was in corporal's course, and there was about 25 or 30 of us in the course. But part of the course was we had to do public speaking. So when we began our public speaking, we had to give a 3-minute introduction in front of the class as to who we were, what our jobs were, and what some of our personal hobbies were. One of the girls in the class got up and announced in front of the entire class that she is a PETA supporter. And when she got done speaking, the gunnery sergeant that was in charge of the course looked at her and said, you may as well have just said that you fucking support Al-Qaeda.
Okay, so she was in corporal's course with you.
Yes.
So she had went through the same boot camp that you went through.
Yes.
What the fuck did she eat?
Who knows?
Because I don't think that you can just go into the chow hall and be like, yes, I would like a salad with tofu. I don't think that's something you can do. You eat what they put on your fucking tray.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, I want to know how much weight she lost while going through boot camp and how she fucking survived.
Who knows? So, the gunny got up and he was like, you may as well have just said that you support, Al-Qaeda. You support terrorism because PETA has bombed just as many fucking, meat refineries and all of this other shit.
Yeah, they have. There's fanatics in every organization. Point to an organization.
There are.
Point to an organization, I'll show you fanatics. You can, even Coke, man. There are Coke drivers that will pull in and block in fucking Pepsi drivers just so they can't get to their next delivery. So, it's in every organization.
But what was funny about it was, she got done talking, a couple more people talked, and then a friend of mine got up and did his introduction. And, he said, hi, I'm Corporal so-and-so, this is what I do, and, I love animals, too. I love all animals, especially when they're cooked just right and, got the perfect amount of seasoning and salt. And the gunny cut him off in the middle of his speech. And he was like, if she was to get out of her chair and run across this room and punt you in the nuts as hard as she can, I would sit back and laugh.
Yeah. He kind of had that coming.
Yeah. That was... he basically amounted it to, you just attacked her beliefs. Whether I agree with her beliefs or not, you just attacked her beliefs. And if she was to come up and just beat the ever-loving shit out of you, I would just have to sit back and laugh.
And it could have happened.
I don't think she would have, because, she was like 100 pounds soaking wet.
Man, I don't know, man. Some of the women will surprise you.
Strong breeze comes through and she's gone.
Yeah, but that don't mean she don't know joint manipulation.
We won't get into that.
It don't matter how big you are. If someone puts you in a wrist lock, you're going to take a knee.
We won't get into that. So we're going to leave it with that. We're running out of time, so I'm going to take the opportunity real quick. Don't forget to go on Facebook, look us up, Two Beards Talking, like us, follow us, interact with us, let us know what you think about everything that's going on in the world right now, as stupid as it is.
It's really stupid.
It's really fucking stupid. Also, you can find our show on Anchor. Go on anchor.fm, look up Two Beards Talking, and you can interact with us on there, leave us voice messages, let us know what you think. Also, we do still have our tiered subscription plans with Anchor, 99 cents, $4.99, and $9.99. So you could definitely send us a contribution. We would greatly appreciate it. And once we've got enough coming in, like I said, we're going to start doing gift packages and stuff like that to go along with it as well.
Yeah, that's about the long and short of it.
It really is. I'm trying to think. Was there anything else?
I think we're good on that.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I think so.
I feel like I'm forgetting something.
Hey. You're fucking the scout. I'm just holding it.
God damn it, Peter. Oh, man. I picked up a lot of shit in Iraq, but that was not one of them.
Oh. Shot across the bow.
No, that wasn't a shot across the bow. That was fucking shot right straight at their asses.
Oh, that's a treasure round.
Oh, man. So, again, a big shout-out to the troops, to the men and women overseas and on the home front. We appreciate everything y'all are doing for us. Keep up the good work and come home safe. We're all rooting for you here back home. This has been Two Beards Talking on Armed Radio. I am Daniel Sanders.
And I'm Matt Lassiter.
Thanks for listening, everybody.